Noah's naughty. Yeah, he was in a previous video. His setup is just too clean. His setup is massively clean. Every time I see it, it's like, bro, it's symmetrical. I don't see a cable in sight. Every time I see the setup, it's perfect. I mean, the attention to detail, the colorway, the way that he put everything, the symmetry. Literally, I don't know how it's this good. By far one of the best setups. I don't really see anything I would change. The attention to detail, the symmetry, the way that he presented the setup, I think it's solid. I would say it's probably a 10. Oh, snap. Let's take a look at this. Okay, first impressions, clean as really clean. Perfect. So I definitely think this is a clean ass setup. Like, this is like really clean. I don't think this is bad in any way. Let me explain how you can make it better. So starting off, I think this is probably a 6 or 6.5 out of 10. I love the aesthetic. I think it's not small at all. I think it's like perfect for you. The only thing is like the seating here would be kind of weird, but yeah, I think you have a really solid area for your setup. Looks really good. I can't even lie. Let's start with some things that I noticed. So in this picture, your cable management with like here and here could use some work. Maybe just like a raceway from here to here would be solid. Like in here, like you see how the cable goes straight down. Maybe a raceway from here to here and putting all the cables in would look cleaner, I guess. Maybe like having a raceway to the right too on the bottom side of your desk to hide all the cables from right here would look better. I can't really see past the box, but overall it's not bad. What I would mainly focus is your personality, and you're starting to build it really well. Like, I love this shelf in the middle. Like, this is just a clean setup. I don't think it looks bad. I think the area you have for it is great. Honestly, it looks pretty solid, dude. The only thing I would recommend is maybe a headphone hanger or something like that to keep your headset off your monitor. But if you like it there and you don't really want to pay for one, that's up to you. This is the cleanest console setup I think I've seen. Damn, you got the 360. This is so clean, bro. Pat yourself on the back. This is a really clean setup, dude. That chair looks comfy too. No, it looks comfy. It looks like wider so you can sit in it. It looks comfy. But yeah, the peripherals for an Xbox setup, clean. I love how you cable manage these too. That's clean. The only thing I wouldn't like about the setup is this wire right here. I don't like that. First off, I think the setup is probably an 8 out of 10. The way it's presented, the way you set it up, great. Now, there are things to get you that 2 extra points that I would recommend. Starting off, we see that the desk is a really good size. Your keyboard and mouse is great spot, etc. Okay, so what I recommend is get rid of this this cable management idea. If you really want a wired mouse, I would go wire bungee instead, because it just like I just feel like this is kind of way overkill. How are you gonna flick in Valorant, bro? You're gonna pull your keyboard with you. Then from there, I would recommend, once you buy the PC, I would recommend to put it on one of the sides and put both consoles together, like stacked. So if you buy a PC, I would put the PC here or here and make the console stacked if you're planning to do that. I like how you did the RGB on the back of the monitor. I love the symmetry, the way you did this, the way everything's set up. It's clean, it's nice. And I don't really have that much suggestions for you. I mean, really, you have a lot of personality. The only thing you don't have is your PC, right? And once you get your PC, I think you'll make this even cleaner. So would I say get a new setup? No. Would I say add some more personality? No. I feel like this is a perfect balance. You got Funko Pops on the left and right for things you like. Star Wars, color coordinated, by the way, on the bottom and left and right. And then you have a nice painting in the center. You have nanoliths that match the exact symmetry of this area here. And on top of that, you have a wire that goes behind the painting. Like, this is crazy. Like, the way that you did the symmetry on this is awesome. Vico. Okay, so Vico's in chat. He's a content creator on TikTok, and this is his setup, cleaned up since last time. Yeah, this is a lot cleaner from before. Yeah, I really like this. Okay, so first impressions, I really like it. I think the aesthetic's there. I love it. Yeah, the monitor layout is like a little unique. It's understandable. Okay, but what I will say is a 1 out of 10. I would say from before, I want to say it's an 8 out of 10. Uniqueness, cable management, the only cable is that. But now here's some tips. The table legs here seem very thin and could fall over at any moment. I would recommend, at least just for your PC side, an Alex drawer, at least for one of the sides, because I feel like with how heavy your PC might be careful of that. Just to make that a little bit more sturdy, I would put some sort of Alex drawer there, just to have that like extra security there. Also, what I would recommend as a cool thing to add is I would add a Gobi light bar right here on the bottom of the shelf and run the cables down this way. Like put the plug on this side and run it down behind this monitor. That way it'll add some like underglow to your shelf and not have the RGB above, because the RGB above does give some really good accent lighting, but I think it would look even cleaner because this dark space here to have a Gobi glide there. And honestly, it's not bad. It's not a bad setup. I just think it would look cleaner with that Gobi glide there. He put a sheet on his wall because of the paint. Respect. Respect. But yeah, it looks great, dude. Like it honestly looks fine, man. Looks great, bro. You did a really good job. I remember what it looked like before, and before it was like wild, bro. I like the style you've kind of been developing. So keep up the good work, Pico. Like I said, I think I rated your setup as an 8 with a few little changes and some more additions for personality. I feel like it would make it either a 9 or a 10. Looking good, brother. Looking good. My name is Mark. I'm 13 and I have a PS4. I'm using the Blackwood keyboard as my mouse. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. This is hard. This is a hard situation. Okay. So Mark, I understand you're in a interesting predicament. First impressions, I mean, man, this is an interesting predicament because you guys, he can't cable manage this because it's one of those built-in desks in the house. You know what I mean? It's one of those built-in ones with the granite countertop where you can't cable manage below. You see what I'm saying? It's one of those setups. You can't like cable manage it. So yeah, so he's also young and you know, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. The one thing I would say with cable management is maybe getting a power supply box. What I would say is zip tie all your cables together and organize them and then put them in a cable box, because then at least you'll have some way to cable manage this. But I do like that your laptop is elevated. It is a laptop and console setup, which I respect. And you're only 13, so I'm not going to go super hard on you. And there's not really much you can change here with the cable management restrictions. But you could use a shoe box or cable management box and put all of it in it. And that would actually just clean up everything here. And I know you play a lot of controllers, so it doesn't really matter what keyboard and mouse you're on. If you want to switch to PC, getting a PC in the future would be like your first upgrade. And then maybe moving away from this desk once you get older. I know some parents require their kids to like play in this kind of shit, but if you want to, you know, upgrade in the future, getting your own desk separate from like something like this would really help and open up your setup more. I would probably say it's a 2 out of 10 or 3 out of 10. I hate to be that guy, but it's true. It just needs a lot of love with cable management and things like that, but there's not really much you can do. So find a creative way to cable management better, because I can't really see how your desk is built, so I can't really help you. But yeah, the only recommendation I would give is to try to cable manage stuff in some way and maybe put a box up there that puts everything there. But yeah, other than that, thank you for submitting. That's pretty much, yeah, zip ties or Velcro straps would do some wonders on your setup. So thank you for submitting. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm 13. I'm starting to build my setup. At 11, Tech Source and Random Break P inspired me to make this setup, and now I'm going to upgrade this one in the future. I'm going to get some money off of Twitch or TikTok and YouTube to make cable management, but I know it's not good now. I'm getting a PC by the end of the summer, and I should be able to do it once I get it. Okay, perfect. Honestly, it's not bad. That's a dope ass monitor, bro, for a 13-year-old. I would say the biggest thing is mount the ultra wide to the desk and then get another monitor mount and make it taller than this one, so you have stacked. So put the ultra wide one in the center and make the other monitor stacked on top. Just because I feel like this setup has a lot of potential, but I feel like the monitors kind of ruin it, because it's like the one monitor is fucking massive, and then like this one's on the right. If you centralize them and put one in the center and one up top, it'll make the setup look a lot better. I know you're kind of restricted with the space right here because of this thing, but like doing that will really help, or mount it to the wall somehow. In any way like that will look great. But I like how you do the headphone hangers there. I think you've done a pretty good job with that. Only thing I would recommend is cable management, and I can already see it. I think you're probably waiting till you get the mounts to do it. But yeah, stacked would look really clean. You put the ultra wide in the center of this desk and then stack the other one on top of it, so it looks like, you know, ultra wide on the bottom and this monitor up on top, and you'll have a stacked look like this, and then you'll be able to play games and it will look clean. And it doesn't look bad. You could even put this one vertically and put this one in the center. Like, it's just however you want to do it, you know. But I think the stacked would look the best in the space you have. And yeah, you're not doing bad. It's a great setup. I think the only thing you lack is like space for the setup. Like, I feel like this thing kind of hinders you. I would rate this setup a I want to say a 6 out of 10. I feel like you got a lot of personality here, but I feel like the setup is just stuck in a weird spot. If you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And don't forget to follow the Twitch down below. See you there.